Every single day, you scroll Facebook, Instagram, maybe WhatsApp. You think you're just catching up with friends. But what if I told you the platform you trust is showing you 15 billion scam ads every single day? And the man at the top, he knew. This is the story they didn't want you to find out. Welcome back to Fraud Files, the channel where we expose the biggest scams, the biggest lies, and the people who thought they'd never get caught. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and drop a like, because today's story is one for the history books. March 2026. Leaked internal documents from inside Meta, the company that owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, have just been handed to Reuters by a frustrated employee. And what's inside those documents is absolutely wild. According to those files, Meta itself estimated that around 10% of all its revenue, that's roughly $16 billion, was coming from running ads for scams, banned products, and straight-up illegal content. We're talking fake investment schemes, illegal online casinos, forbidden medical products, all running on the apps you use every single day. But here's where it gets dark. Really dark. Inside Meta, there was a small team, dedicated engineers and analysts whose entire job was to stop scammers. And they were good at it. They built a system that actually worked. When they tested it, it cut scam activity in China, Meta's single biggest source of fraudulent ads, almost in half. China, a country where Meta is actually banned for its own citizens. But Chinese ad agencies, they could buy ads to target you, and they were generating over $3 billion a year for Meta through fraudulent content. So what happened when the anti-scam team showed their results? They took it to the top. They brought it straight to Mark Zuckerberg. And according to the documents, he told them to pause. The team was disbanded. The freeze on Chinese ad agencies was lifted. And within months, the scams came flooding back. Let me put this into perspective for you. The FTC estimates Americans lose $158 billion to fraud every year. And Meta's own internal documents suggest their platforms are connected to roughly 1/3 of all successful scams in the entire United States. That's about $50 billion in losses connected to Facebook and Instagram alone. That's $160 per American per year, gone. And Meta knew. Their own documents show they calculated they could face up to $1 billion in fines. But they were making $3.5 billion every 6 months from high-risk scam ads in the US alone. So they made a choice. Fines? Just another cost of doing business. And who pays the price? Not Zuckerberg, not the shareholders. It's your grandmother, targeted because the algorithm figured out she's vulnerable. It's a laid-off worker desperate for a job, clicking a fake listing. It's someone going through a breakup, falling for a romance scam that drains their entire savings. Meta's own algorithm learns who is easy to deceive. And once it identifies them, it feeds them more and more scam ads until their entire feed is basically one giant trap. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are real people, real lives, real damage. So, where does this story stand right now in 2026? 2 US senators have already called on the SEC and the FTC to investigate Meta and pursue enforcement action. The story is still unfolding. Meta denies the leaked documents tell the full story. They claim they've reduced scam ad reports by 58%. But critics say if you're still running 15 billion scam ads a day, what does 58% less even mean? Congress is watching. Regulators are watching. And now, you are watching. This is Fraud Files. We don't just cover the news, we follow the money. We find the lies. We name the people. And we make sure you know the truth. If the story opened your eyes, smash that like button. It helps more people see what's really going on. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop in the comments. Do you still trust Facebook after this? I want to know. Next episode, another fraud, another face, another file. Stay sharp. See you next time.